Hey guys, it's Coach445, and over the past 2 weeks, I've been working on making combat in my game. So my goal was to make this drill go around the player and follow the mouse, and if it was aimed in the direction of an enemy, it would begin attacking it until the enemy died. First, I worked on figuring out where the mouse was around the player, which took a bit of work and a lot of stepping stones, but eventually I got to this point. When you hold down the left mouse button in the direction of an enemy, you would slowly hurt it until it dies. To visualize this, I put this red square to show where the player was attacking. You can see when an enemy comes in contact with this red square, it gets damaged and eventually dies. Then, since it wasn't quite satisfying when the enemies died, I made this nice enemy death animation. The enemy sort of melts down into a blob, then disappears. This was fun to make and fairly easy to program into my game, and you can see it working here. Next, I worked on displaying the drill in my game. First, I made this drill animation, and then I began programming it into my game. At the start, I was just trying to calculate where to put the drill using this white square as a placeholder. Then finally, after debugging this weird animation, I got the drill to properly display in the game. This was harder because unlike the red square, I defined the rotation of the drill as well. Lastly, I wanted to somehow show when an enemy was being damaged. My first idea was to have these pop-up numbers show how much the enemy was being damaged. My other idea was to make a particle animation whenever the enemy was hit. So I went to work making the animation and decided on making this Martian blue blood fountain thing. I'm not sure if I'm totally settled on how this looks, so I may change it later on. After programming this into my game, I did what I called a fountain test, which looks pretty funny, and then I did a final test to make sure it all worked. And yep, the enemies only do the fountain animation if they are getting damaged. So that's it for this devlog. I finally got combat in my game. Next week I plan to begin adding music and sound effects. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.